Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're discussing, of course, a lot of rumors, a lot of narratives that surround the Pittsburgh Steelers, different players linked to us. I usually do videos like this on a Steelers Syndicate channel, mostly. We can go subscribe to on the road to 3,000 over there. But I have to address the stuff, all the rumors about the quarterbacks, the receivers, the players, all type of stuff that happened like that. I keep trying to link random players to the Steelers. And I keep seeing it over and over. I discussed it one time on Steelers Syndicate channel 2 weeks back about the quarterbacks and stuff. But I keep seeing all these different things. I see another article. I see a Daniel Jones one. We'll get into that too as well. I keep seeing all these crazy stuff like that that kind of link players to us, to us. And I feel like that most of the players that link it to us are kind of guys who are not competent at all. They can't help us win. It's a lot of guys who are just there. That's you're linking us to different individuals who not good. They want the Steelers to just be, bad or something. They're trying to sabotage us. But I keep seeing the Aaron Rodgers one. Don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers is the first ballot Hall of Famer, 4-time MVP, 4-time first team All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. But in this day and age, in 2025, Aaron Rodgers is not the same person. I keep seeing Stephen A. Smith on First Take. Keep pushing forward. So Aaron Rodgers can be good in Pittsburgh. Keep pushing for that. The only thing he needs to push for is push his hairline back to the original spot. He should be pushing for that, but that's a story for a different time. But keep pushing Aaron Rodgers to be with the Steelers, be with the Steelers, be with the Steelers and stuff. I got mad at Deshaun Elliott for saying Aaron Rodgers should go to retirement home instead of going to Pittsburgh. He tell the truth. Aaron Rodgers is not the same. You watch Aaron Rodgers games. He has not been the same quarterback. I ain't saying he's absolutely awful, but what is the improvement? What's the difference between him and Russell Wilson right now? I think Russell Wilson probably a little better. He played a little better last year. At least he can move a little bit more. And Rodgers' Achilles, ever since that happened, has not been the same. I've seen Kirk Cousins as well. Kirk Cousins is a name that keep popping up, circulating around. So when Kirk Cousins can come to the Steelers and help the Steelers out, no, he cannot. If you cannot win with the Falcons with all those weapons they have over there, you're not going to win here in Pittsburgh. We have a lack of weapons. Now we might add some guys in free agency, but Kirk Cousins is 37 years old. Come off Achilles tear, can barely move. He was never a mobile quarterback in the first place. He only got one playoff win his whole career, one playoff win like that, and that was against the Saints, I think, right? When the Vikings played the Saints. His only one playoff win like that his whole career. Like that, he's been in the league for 13, 14 years. He's been in the league for a while. He's not the answer either. And I keep seeing Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is cool and all. He's still playing at a pretty good level, but I don't think Matthew Stafford will work. He's been declining a little bit. His numbers decline. You look at his numbers over the past few years, he's been declining, but he still has the ability to, to make plays. We see him in the playoffs. You see him in clutch situations. But people keep trying to say, the Steelers should bring Matthew Stafford in, get help the Steelers and win now mode. We don't have a Sean McVay calling plays over here. We have Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is all right. Like I mentioned, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give him a 6 and the play calling and stuff. Maybe 6.5 sometimes. But we don't have Sean McVay calling plays over here, so it's not going to be the same story. And we don't have the weapons they have either. We don't have no Cooper Kupp or no Puka Nacua on the outsides and the Kyron Williams like that in the backfield and a solid O-line as well. Our O-line is pretty good. At times like that have his moments. We have GP, and that's it, really. On the receiver, then we got Najee Harris, who's about to be a free agent, and we're going to be able to pay him. And then Jalen Warren about to be a free agent as well. So we'll see exactly what's happening. But we don't have Sean McVay calling plays, so it's not going to be the same story. It's going to be maybe worse, too, especially if he can't move. He's a statue. He's never been a mobile quarterback. He haven't had a rushing touchdown, they said, in almost 7 years. So I doubt Matthew Stafford come here and change anything. I keep seeing Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold one is actually not that bad. Sam Darnold's all right, but the reason he looks so good with the Vikings is because the Vikings have so many weapons. And you got Kevin O'Connell calling plays. Kevin O'Connell's a genius calling plays. So we don't have that in Pittsburgh. We have Coach Tomlin, who's a very good coach, but he's not an offensive play caller. He's a defensive play caller like that. So it's not going to really help you a lot like that too. So we need to go out there and try to bring a guy in. Like I mentioned, Justin Fields, bring him back. Just to see what happens. Now, if you see anybody else, I know people mention Geno Smith, which is cool. Geno Smith, I think he's on solid, but you have to trade for him to see if everything lines up. Geno Smith is a pretty good quarterback. He'll help you stay competitive. We see him with the Seahawks. They went 10-7 last year and make the playoffs a few times with him. He'll stay competitive and stuff like that and make plays for you too. And he's a very good leader as well. Like that, he helped the locker room chemistry out a lot. And I've seen what's somebody else I've seen too. I've seen Kyler Murray. That'd be interesting, but Kyler Murray, you probably have to trade a lot to get him like that, depending on if the Cardinals want to get rid of Kyler Murray, which I think they're probably not going to get rid of him, of course, because Kyler Murray. They paid him all this big-time money. They could probably keep him around. I seen Derek Carr. Derek Carr is cool and all at times, but he's very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. He have a stretch of games where you have 4 straight games where he look like the best quarterback ever, and then you have another stretch of games where he's just absolutely horrible. Very consistent, and his contract is a lot. Now, if the Saints release him, then you might be like, okay, I can maybe be interested in bringing him in on a cheap deal, maybe. But if the Saints don't release him, you know, if you try to trade for him, it's gonna be a lot of money like that to try to trade for a Derek Carr. We'll see what happened with that. But there's a few quarterbacks I'd be like, okay, I accept it, but we need to make sure the whole situation is right. Like, he's seeing all the goddamn rumors about everything about that, and like, keep trying to bring different guys in, bring this guy in, bring that guy in, bring this guy in, like that. I'm like, let's go out there and just roll with the guy, you know, like that. Well, what's the thing they say? I'd rather work with the devil I know than work with the devil I don't know. To stay with Justin Fields. Justin Fields is showing us some good stuff like that. Of course, it wasn't the best stuff ever, but just stay with him. Like, he's seeing a Jackson Dart as well, like that, from Ole Miss. He's not going to be the answer. Jackson Dart, hope he have a good career, but he's not the answer for Pittsburgh. If the Steelers haven't really built, like I mentioned in the conversation, like the Steelers Syndicate channel, somebody was trying to bring Jackson Dart every 5 seconds. He's saying, Jackson Dart, Jackson Dart. The Steelers haven't built a quarterback up or developed a quarterback since Big Ben. Look at all the quarterbacks we had since then, like that, who was like drafted by us, like that. It has not gone out too well. The Mason Rudolphs, the Kenny Pickett's, and all the individuals we had around, the Duck Hodges and everybody. Like the different individuals did not translate too well, like with us, like that too as well. So it's like the Steelers haven't really developed a quarterback, top level guy. Josh Dobbs, another guy too as well. Having developed a top guy. I remember during Big Ben era, they want to bring another guy in. There's opportunity they had guys to maybe draft. You had Jalen Hurts. You had different individuals like Lamar Jackson. Different individuals that you've seen get passed by. Heisman Trophy winners, Heisman Finals winners. You pass because you want to spare Big Ben feelings, and now you're in the predicament now. Well, we're still competitive because we have a good coach and we have a good culture, but you're never going to be in that standpoint with being great in the playoffs until you go out there and get the right guy. Justin Fields is the guy you see potential in him, but you're still hesitant in trying to bring him back. Maybe if you bring him back with more weapons on the outside, maybe he'll play better. Maybe he'll be better out there. His average would be from 21 points per game. Maybe they might be 25, 26, 27 points per game with the Steelers. And our rushing numbers with him was very good, like almost 160 a game, which is high, very high. I think you can definitely win with that. We'll see what the Steelers do, but for us trying to go out there and get like one of those older quarterbacks, you'll be in the same predicament. If you go out there and get a guy like Matthew Stafford, who'll be cool if he was win now mode, which I don't think we would win now mode mentality, like mentally, but I don't think we would win now mode like in terms of our team roster structure. So I think it'd be best for us to go out there and just roll with a young guy, because you go out there going with old players, be the same predicament. You know, the other guy that you had goes away, you be in the same predicament again, and you have a go out there and find another quarterback again. If you keep talking about some Archie Manning, the Steelers will never lose that many games to get Archie Manning like that. Archie Manning won't be here for the next 2 years. The Steelers won't lose enough games to get Archie Manning, so you'll be in the same predicament over and over, where you win 10, 11 games, but you won't have enough fire and power to ever get past that hump, and you just be like stuck in like, which is not bad. You know, I'd rather win games than be a losing team or a terrible team, but you're going to be in that same situation. So it's better to roll a young guy and see what happens. And if not, hey, if you want to do something real crazy, trade up in the draft. You know, you got Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, trade up in the draft. If you actually feel like one of those guys is game-changing, will make a big move, what the Chiefs do. They want to make the playoffs with Alex Smith and everything. And what they do, they said, let's trade up in the draft and get Patrick Mahomes, because we know that guy can help us. And they won 3 Super Bowls with Patrick Mahomes so far. Trade up in the draft. You think Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward is one of those guys, one of those top quarterbacks, or one of those big-time players? I think people keep mentioning Mason Graham as well, a big-time player on the defensive line. But if you want a quarterback, trade up in the draft, bring one of those guys in and see what happens like that. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys probably, I don't know when actually, but I'll see you guys eventually. But yeah, I just have to talk about the rumors and the quarterback suggestions. There's been a lot of them. But yeah, peace out.